Hey everybody, welcome back to another week of Vlogmas. Today I am headed to Dillard's. I have a quick little photo shoot coming up. I just wanted to take some pictures of like my Christmas decor and stuff. Y'all, why I ordered this dress from Amazon, I knew better than that. I really did know better. But I ordered it from Amazon, it came, it was completely wrong. So now I'm just about to run over to Dillard's. We actually have a Dillard's clearance center here. And I'm gonna just see if they got a quick little holiday-ish dress I can use, because that one is definitely going straight back to Amazon. So like I told y'all in the last video, I'm gonna show y'all how to make those apple dumplings I was telling y'all about, and I think I might add a couple more desserts. But let's go to Dillard's first, and then we'll get back home and do some baking. Alright y'all, so I'm back home. I had some good luck at Dillard's, actually better luck than I was expecting. So I found a few dresses that I really thought would work. I ended up getting one for the photo shoot, but then I got another one that I just liked. Y'all have to stay tuned to next week to see which one I chose. But it was a little bit of a tough decision, because one thing about the Dillard's outlet is that all sales are final. So some stuff you find really good prices, but then some stuff is still kind of up there, $100 and so dollars. And if it's just going to be for one little quick situation, do you really want to spend that and you're never going to wear it again? So that was just something I had to decide through, but I ended up getting a dress that I think is going to work. And yeah, we'll see how it goes, but I'm going to eat and then we're going to come back and do these desserts. So be right back. Anyway, last week I told y'all that I was going to show you how I made my apple dumplings that kind of went crazy during Thanksgiving. My family loved them. So I'm about to make some more. Besides just the apple dumplings, I've decided to do 2 more desserts. So I'm going to be doing the Grinch cookies and then also Christmas crack. Now it's my first time trying Christmas crack, so I want to go ahead and perfect it now before Christmas and just see how it turns out. I'm hoping it's going to be good. It looks really good. I have never even heard of Christmas crack. Some of y'all may have. But we're going to try it. We're going to do the Grinch cookies first, because that's probably the easiest. I'll show y'all how to make those. Real simple cookie recipe. We'll get those in the oven. Then we'll move on to the other desserts that take just a little bit more prep time. All right, so for the Grinch cookies, you are going to need a box cake. You can do French vanilla or white cake. All they had at my local store was a white cake, so I grabbed that. You're going to need 2 eggs, 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, some powdered sugar, food coloring, and red hots or heart sprinkles or whatever you have. So you're just going to dump in your cake mix and 2 eggs. And your vegetable oil. And then we're going to stir this right up. And this should make like a doughy consistency. You should be able to roll it. Oh, and then one other thing. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell y'all. One other ingredient, you do want to use a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. I almost forgot that one. All right, so we're gonna mix that up. Be prepared, it's gonna be a little bit of an arm workout. And I'm gonna show y'all. So it's gonna look pretty doughy like this. Okay. Once you have that mixed in good, you just wanna add in your food coloring. Now for food coloring, I like to use the neon green because you wanna get the right color of green. So this is what the packet looks like. And you can use as much or little as you like, but I want mine kind of green. So we're gonna go in with the green. All right, y'all, so after you mix up your dough, it might be a bit sticky. If it's a little bit too sticky for you, then you can put it in the refrigerator for a little bit and it'll harden back up. The best thing to do is have an ice cream scooper. That way you can scoop it out. But I don't have one, so I'm just gonna scoop it with my spoon, and then I'm gonna put it right into this powdered sugar. And then just let it get covered with the powdered sugar, and then we'll take it out and handle it. And then that way, it is not going to be super sticky on your hands. And then you can easily roll it into a ball like this, and then set it on your baking sheet. All right, so here are the cookies. Then you're just gonna take your red hot candy or your heart sprinkles, whichever one you find, and then you just place them in the center like this. And then you're gonna bake them in the oven at 350 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes. All right, y'all, so let's get into the apple dumplings. So again, I'm making just a small batch. I'm actually only gonna make 8. So what you're gonna need is some crescent rolls, and of course, one jar comes with 8 of them. You're gonna need a Granny Smith apple. I'm using, for just 8, I'm using a half a cup of brown sugar and a half a stick of unsalted butter. I have just a regular 20-ounce Mountain Dew, and then I do have some Jamaican rum that just kind of kicks up the flavor. You really need that. So I mean, it doesn't have to be Jamaican rum, but some type of rum, or this is a Jamaican rum cream. So like a dang, I can't even think of the name, but like some type of cream rum or whiskey. Hold on, y'all. Let me get the Grinch cookies out. All right, Grinch cookies are out and looking good. Okay, so the first thing that you're gonna do is going to be peel your apple. I did purchase me an apple slicer because my family really liked this recipe, and I just have a feeling I'm gonna be making it a lot. So I just went ahead and got myself the proper tools to make my life easier. All right, then I'm just going to take my apple core. Ooh. All right, and like I was saying, so 1 apple for 8 is going to be enough, especially if you have a large one, because as you can see, it made 8 slices. But honestly, these slices are a little too big, so I'm actually going to have to slice them in half, and you'll see what I mean once we start rolling our crescent rolls. So I'm gonna leave half of them whole, and then I'm gonna slice the other half just to see what size we get, but you see that 1 is enough. You're just gonna take your apples, put them inside a mixing bowl, and then all you're gonna do is sprinkle cinnamon on them. All right, we're gonna cover those in cinnamon. And now you just got your cinnamon covered apple slices. So now you're gonna take your crescent rolls, and we are going to roll an apple inside each one of these. Before I move forward, you're gonna take your baking dish, and then I'm just going to spray the bottom of it. Spray it with some non-stick spray. All right, and then all you're gonna do is take an apple and set it there and then roll it up. Now this is a whole apple. I wanna see how it's gonna roll to decide if I need to, not a whole apple, but a whole slice to see if I wanna make it smaller. That actually rolled up pretty good. So then once you have your little dumpling, just gonna set it inside your dish just like that. Y'all see I just fold over the top first, and then I just roll down like that. All right, so we have our dumplings all rolled in our pan. So now let's go over to the stove and make the sauce. In our saucepan, we're just gonna mix that half a stick of butter. We're gonna let that melt down, and then I'm gonna put in my half a cup of sugar, brown sugar. So the first time I made it, I did double this recipe. So I used 2 cans of the crescent rolls. I did a whole stick of butter and a whole cup of brown sugar. But again, I'm not making that many today, so I'm just gonna do half. And our butter is mixing down pretty good. I'm just gonna add in the sugar. And just gonna stir that up. Then I'm gonna take my Jamaican rum, pour that in. Just looking at it, I might go back and get the other half of butter. This is only my 3rd time making these dumplings, but they're pretty simple. But then I also kind of do what feels right to me. So when I just had that half a stick of butter in there, it just was a little bit, it wasn't smooth enough. I went ahead and added the other half, so I just did a whole stick of butter. And now, y'all see it's like drippy, and that's what I want. So I'll put the original creators videos below so y'all can have their measurements and not mine, because I just be doing what I want to do. Now we have our sauce made, and we are just going to take this sauce and we're going to just cover the dumplings. And I like to really make sure each one of them is covered well. And then you can let the rest sit in the bottom of the pan. And then we are going to take our Mountain Dew and just pour a little bit in here as well. It's pretty much all you need. And then we're gonna put this in the oven and let it bake. All right, y'all, this is my first time making the Christmas crack, so let's hope it comes out right. So first they say, get a baking sheet. I have aluminum foil underneath it, and I have parchment paper. And they say spray it down really good. And then y'all, we are going to take saltine crackers, and we are going to line them on our pan. All right, so now we have our pan lined with crackers, okay? Now we pretty much have to do the same thing that we did with the apple dumplings. We are going to make that same type of caramel sauce with brown sugar and butter. So let's go back over to the stove. All right, so I'm gonna let that melt down. And I'll be back. Y'all, we got our toffee mixture bubbling and boiling. So now we're just supposed to cover up the saltine crackers with it. I'm just gonna use my spatula and spread it out, because I want every bit of it covered. Try your best not to touch it because it is hot. All right, so now that we have those covered, we're gonna put them in the oven and let them bake for like, let it bake for probably like 4 to 5 minutes. While that's in the oven, I'm just taking my chocolate and putting it inside of a bag, and I'm just going to break it up. This is the chocolate that I use. I didn't get a bunch of it. I got this little small thing. This is a German sweet chocolate. So I know it looks dark, but it is not dark chocolate. is actually pretty good. It kind of tastes like milk chocolate to me. And then I just got some white chocolate as well. You can find these in the baking aisle, and they're just basically chocolate bars. So, all right. So I also took just some red and green M&Ms, and I broke those up as well. But I put those in a separate bag because these are going to go on top. All right, it is bubbling and it is hot. So now I'm just going to cover it with chocolate. Hopefully this melts like it's supposed to. Oh yeah, look all right. See, I'm already feeling like this ain't right because, I mean, it's right, but mine is just not spreading how everybody else's was spreading, and probably because maybe I sprayed too much spray on my pan because my saltines are sliding everywhere. All right, y'all, I got it to cover the best I could. Now I'm just sprinkling the top with sea salt because they said to don't skip this part. They said this really makes it good. And then I'm just going to take my M&Ms and sprinkle those on top. If you can get the M&M minis, that would be even better, so you don't have to break it up like I did. But that's it. And then we're just gonna put it in the refrigerator, and then I'll show y'all once it's ready to come out. All right. So you basically just supposed to take the crack and just kind of break it up into pieces. All right, y'all, it's time. So we have our Grinch cookies, our Christmas crack, and we got the apple dumplings. So I'm gonna just show y'all. Now I let these sit and cool for a while. Now with the apple dumpling, you can top it with ice cream or whatever you like, but personally, we like whipped cream. Get ready whip. And right on top. Yep. Just as good as I remember. Dumplings, fire. The crack, I already tasted it, and it's good. I just feel like it's a little too sweet for me. If I do it again, I would cut back on the ingredients because it's just way too sweet for my taste. The toffee and the chocolate, it's a lot going on. It tastes good though, but I would definitely have to perfect this recipe. I knew these was gonna be good because I done made them before, but these are really good. Real simple, easy recipe. Yeah. Thank y'all so much for joining me for this video. If you enjoyed it, then go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, then just leave it in the comment section below. Again, I will have all of the links for the videos where I got these recipes. I will have it linked in the description box. All right, I'll see y'all later.